So I'm talking now about the fact that anyone can drastically change their life in a year. So if you're looking for a video that's going to teach you how to keep your 2 New Year's resolutions, or is going to show you how to get toned arms and abs, this is not the video for you. You can go ahead and click off now. But if you're looking to actually change the course of your life, this is more so what I am going to be talking about. So whenever I was in high school, I had like 0 friends. Like I had one best friend, still is my best friend to this day, but he ended up graduating before me, and after that, nobody. I knew literally no one, and I was so freaking alone, and I felt so shitty all the time. And so when I went to college, I vowed that I would not let that happen again. So it did not even take me a year. It took me a couple months to learn how to become a more valuable social presence, how to actually talk to people, how to be the kind of person that people want to have a conversation with. And I was in 5 or 6 friend groups, even just in my freshman year. I found a girl that I really, really liked and cared for. So you can do a lot of things in a very short period of time. And whenever I tell you this, whenever I said that anyone, absolutely anyone can change their life, complete 180 in a year, you probably were like, well, I don't know about anyone. I don't know about anyone. It couldn't be me because I have these limiting beliefs, because I live with my parents, because I have these responsibilities that I have to take care of that you obviously don't know about. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is having a fixed mindset. So if you have these fixed mindset, if you are giving yourself these excuses, you're not going to change. Your brain right now is literally working against you to keep you in the exact same spot. And I'm telling you, I believe in you and that you can do it. And your brain is literally not allowing you to take that information in because you are in these fixed mindsets. So your brain is not working for you. And it hasn't been for a while now because you've been given these scripts and conditioning from the way that you've grown up, from the way that you have been raised in society, from the schooling system. These scripts and ways that you see life, these paradigms, the way that you see life has been given to you, but that doesn't mean that it cannot change. So at least for the course of this video, give me the decency of at least switching it off and believing maybe Luke has seen some success in his life. Maybe he has made some drastic changes in his life. And he has something that actually valuable and worthwhile to share. Maybe this guy knows a little bit of what he's talking about. Now, actually getting on to what you do to become this new person, you have to decide who you want to become. The best way that I can think of to do this is literally just do nothing, stare at your wall, have a journal in front of you, and write down all the things that you want, or just a piece of paper. Grab a piece of paper. Actually, action step right now. Grab a piece of paper and write down who you want to become. Just the kind of person. And once you have an idea of who you want to become, I want you to start writing these in I am statements. Like, I am this. I have this. I am someone who goes to the gym every day. So I have a 10 out of 10 physique that I am extremely proud of, that I wake up energized in every day, that I love when I look in the mirror. That's an example of something that you could write. And have these for different parts of your life. Maybe you want to be in different social groups. Maybe you want to have, maybe you want your phone to be blown up with friends. You can literally write that down. You could write down, I want to be the guy who always has something to do with his homies. Once you have these, once you were freaking pumped about these, because I want you to write these in a way that gets you pumped, that gets your blood rushing every time you look at them, because you need to get excited about this. That's the only way that you're going to be able to make this happen, is by getting excited about these things, by having big goals, by having big dick beliefs and big dick goals that you actually set and you get excited about, so big that people are not going to believe you whenever you tell them, because that's the only way that you are going to get excited enough to actually make them happen. People who set mediocre goals don't make them happen because they are mediocre, because why would I want to wake up and go to the gym early every day for toned arms and abs? I don't. I wake up early and go to the gym every day because I want to have a physique that makes me feel energized, that makes me extremely proud. Like top tier, top 1%. That's what I want, and that's why I have the motivation to do it and to work on that. And we're getting there. Whenever you make these goals, I want you to kind of take a side to it, connect this to a SMART goal. So once you have these visions of who you want to be, make an actual goal. And the biggest thing for this, because it's going to be time bound, because these are going to be your 2024 goals, the biggest thing for this is making sure that it's specific and measurable out of the SMART matrix. I'm sure you've heard of SMART goals before. Make sure that they're specific and measurable. If you want that 10 out of 10 physique by the end of 2024, you're going to weigh this much. You are going to have gained this much muscle. You are going to have lost this much fat. That's the kind of goal that you are going to set. It's going to be specific. It's going to be something you can measure, because you are not going to know if you are on track towards your goal unless it is specific, unless you can measure it. And these are going to keep you so motivated and so excited because, like I said, they're big dick goals. Okay, next actionable step. Once you have done this, the key to getting more done than absolutely anyone is by not just setting a yearly goal. So I got this from the book, The 12-Week Year. There's this framework essentially for setting quarterly goals. So you don't have to read the book. It's a pretty good read. And so if it's something you're really interested in, do it. The premise can be summed up in this. Set quarterly goals, because when people set yearly goals, they get this burst of inspiration at the very start. And then they kind of slack off and like things start plateauing. And then at the very end, they get this another burst of motivation to make this happen. So what you are going to do, instead of letting that happen just once throughout that entire year, you're going to have 4 separate periods that happens where you have intense motivation and then maybe a little bit of dip. And then, oh shit, my deadline's coming up. There's that motivation again. So you're going to be much more motivated to hit your goals because you are keeping track of them more frequently. You are setting smaller goals to take little bites out of to hit that big goal by the end of the year. Break it up into 12-week segments. Think, what are the main things that I want to do in these 12 weeks out of these big goals that I've just set? What is the chunk that I want to chip out? And from there, bring out the weekly tasks that you're going to do. So like, for example, on my 12-week plan for December, I had gained 4 pounds of muscle. So go from 156 to 160 pounds. And to do that, my weekly goals were to work out 5 times per week, to meal prep twice a week, and to stick to my meal plan. So that means having only 1 cheat meal a week. And for the rest of the time, I'm sticking to my macros. I'm sticking to the plan that I had set out for my meal preps. So this means that I'm getting the nutrients and the food that I need to actually build the muscle. It also means that I'm going to the gym enough to actually break down the muscle fibers so that they repair themselves bigger and stronger. Make these benchmarks also make the weekly things that you do to hit those benchmarks. The main thing that you want to focus on whenever you are actually going about your goals is focus on the things that you can control. So I'm not focusing on getting to 160 pounds. I am focusing on making sure that I work out 5 times a week. I'm focusing on making sure that I'm getting my meal preps in, that I'm actually sticking to my diet, because that's what's going to get me there. And if I'm not there by the end of the week, I can look back and see, oh, where was I not consistent? Because that's what's holding me back, is because I didn't execute properly. Because I'm going to gain the weight and I'm going to build the muscle if I keep doing these things. That's why you want them to be measurable and trackable. The last thing that's going to help you a ton is creating the environment to also change who you are. So make it laughably easy to do the habits that you want to do to become this person. So stick your goals up on your wall so that you're seeing them every day. That's what I have right behind me right now. I have my 12-week goals. I also have goals for December, mostly for this YouTube channel because I started this back up in December. Stick your goals up on the wall. Look at them daily. Remind yourself of your big why. Why do you want to accomplish this? Why do you want to make these things happen? Because that's also going to keep you hella motivated on top of having these big dick goals. Make it extremely easy to carry out your habits. It's much easier to go to the gym when you already wake up in your gym clothes, or your gym clothes are already set out for you and your gym is close by, than it is if you go to a gym that's very, very far away, or it's a hassle to go get your gym shoes. It's a hassle to go into your other cabinet to go get your gym clothes. Make it as easy as possible for this to happen. Spend time with people who are already doing the things that you're doing too. This is another part of creating the environment. Being the avid, excited learner is always attractive to a person who already knows what they're doing, because it makes them feel good to help other people out. It also is like, it helps their ego a bit because they're like, yeah, maybe I do know what I'm doing. I can like help this person do this. But hanging around these people And being this avid learner makes you want to, it makes you consistently improve because you're just picking up on the little things that they're doing. And you're seeing the little habits that they have, the little tiny things that make them just that little 1% better that adds up over time. You're going to start becoming that. You're going to start becoming the people that you spend time with. So I'm spending time with Ian, who's very good at music, which means that I am naturally getting better at music. I'm getting better at music. I'm getting better at producing. I'm getting better at knowing cool things you can do on piano, on synth. Just because I'm having these conversations with them, I'm spending time with them. The first step to changing is deciding that you want to become this new person, starting to adopt these beliefs. You have to decide, you have to make the choice to act. So act now and become unstoppable.